Welcome to My Opinion here on My Opinion TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell. So as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. Upon the hearing of my voice today, we have much to give God thanks for. So many people went to bed with the dreams and aspiration of getting up today and are not numbered among the living. So despite our situation, whatever our circumstances might be, as long as we're breathing, we have much to give God thanks for. Well, today, we want to look at three stories. One, 44-year-old disarmed by a 16-year-old boy. Man charged with the murder of the Grace Kennedy female driver. And then there's a story that's developing where a constable was shot by a colleague during an altercation. Now, first up, according to the Jamaica Observer, a 44-year-old would-be shooter was disarmed by a 16-year-old boy on Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 5 on Sunday, and the firearm and the suspect handed over to the police. Reports are that about 2 p.m. both males had a dispute during which the suspect pulled a firearm and pointed it at the teen. A struggle ensued during which the teen used a machete to inflict wounds to the suspect, managed to relieve him of the firearm. The police were summoned. The weapon, a 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 1 cartridge, was handed over to the police along with the suspect. The suspect was treated at a medical facility for his injuries and remained in police custody. First up, I hope this 16-year-old boy is going to be protected, because cronies of this 44-year-old man will be desperate to get the 16-year-old, especially the fact that a gun was taken from the 44-year-old and handed over to police. His cronies would want that firearm. Firearms are precious commodities to criminals. And this 16-year-old must be commended for his bravery, because, listen, his life was at stake. And, no matter how the situation might pans out, when you're in a situation where you have to fight for your life, sometimes you don't know where the strength comes from. But you just know that you have to fight, because it's either your way or the highway, because it's very rare these criminals pull a firearm and don't try to kill you. So we applaud the bravery of this 16-year-old. But my concern is that he must be removed from where he lives, because the cronies of this criminal will be gunning for him. And even if this criminal is granted bail, which I hope he will not, he might still want to take out the 16-year-old boy and even his family. So we hope the police are keeping a close eye on this situation. They're monitoring the 16-year-old boy and try to remove him or give his family advice to get rid of him from this area. Because no doubt, absolutely no doubt, his cronies will be gunning for revenge. They will be trying to get to this 16-year-old boy. And we hope he is protected and his family is protected. But we have to commend him for his bravery, because his life was at risk when he fought gallantly and overpowered this man and retrieved a firearm. We hope. I am not encouraging everybody to do this, because this could have gone awfully wrong for the 16-year-old. But, when you're in a difficult situation and you have to fight, it makes no sense anybody tell you anything. You just have to fight for your life. The next story we want to talk about is that, if you all remember, I did a story recently where a Grace Kennedy female driver was murdered. Now, a Don from Windsor Heights in Central Village, St. Catherine, was also murdered as a retaliation for the death of this truck driver, Leona Kimmy Salmon. Now, the police are saying they have now charged a 31-year-old man in connection with the murder of the female truck driver. Saddam Morgan otherwise called Chakas, a welder of Windsor Heights, has been charged with murder, illegal possession of firearm, and robbery with aggravation. Leona Kimmy Salmon, an employee of Grace Kennedy, was killed 2 Thursdays ago. The body of the Windsor Heights resident was found in bushes with her throat slashed. It also had multiple gunshot wounds. She had gone to the community to make deliveries when she was attacked and her body dumped. Morgan was charged at the Old Harbour Police Station in St. Catherine on Saturday following a question and answer session. Now, we commend the Jamaica Constabulary Force. This is fast and efficient work. As we all are aware, the Don from Windsor Heights was taken out as a part of retaliation by members of the community because he was fingered among the men who took Leona's life. Now that the police have held on to one suspect in it, we hope they have sufficient information, sufficient DNA, sufficient evidence that will incriminate this man and will put this man away for good. Because the way they handled this young lady was really awful, because they plucked out her eyes and slit her throat and give her a gunshot. That was a statement killing. And we hope the sentencing of this 31-year-old Saddam Morgan will be a statement sentencing. Sometimes, you know, even the very name of a person tells you how cruel they are, because his name, Saddam, and we all know where that's coming from. So we hope that whatever the situation might be, we hope the police have sufficient information that will incriminate this man and have this man go before the court and be tried and be put away. Because at the end of the day, you know, we have to let these criminals know that there are laws in Jamaica that when you break it, you will never ever see the light of day again. And we must let them know that when they are caught and they are found guilty and they go behind bars, it is a punishment for their wrongs. We don't want them to go behind bars, sitting down, gallivanting, drinking and smoking and making videos for social media. We want them to sit down and we want them to realize what they have done, and we hope that they will never see the light of day, because these criminals are so brazen. Gone are the days when persons used to take people's lives in early morning. These criminals are doing it in broad daylight. But, you know, as I said, let me know what you think in the comment section, because we as a people, we have to look out for each other. But looking out for each other also means that there are laws in Jamaica that when it is broken and the culprits are located, we have no fear that these criminals will never see the light of day. They'll be put away for good. That's what we want. If you go around and ask most law-abiding citizens in Jamaica, their biggest fear is that when the criminals are caught, they are released. That's the biggest fear to law-abiding citizens. Well, let me know what you think. The final story is a very disturbing one, and we don't have much information about it yet. But the small amount of information we have still makes the story disturbing. It is alleged that a police constable is now in hospital battling for his life after being shot by another constable during an altercation on Monday morning. The injured constable is said to be assigned to the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch and was reportedly shot in the upper body. Now, we all know that security officers are all human beings. They have disagreement just like me and you. But our culture has created a way that whenever we have our differences, we use violent means to quell or to satisfy ourselves. And it's no different within the Jamaica Constabulary Force. We are all human beings. You have police who don't talk to police. You have police who don't like police. But it has gone too far when you see another constable, after having an altercation with another one, pull his firearm and shoot the other one in his upper body. Now, he definitely will lose his job. We pray that the other constable who was shot will pull through. But the full brunt of just like the criminals out there, the full brunt of the law must come down on this constable. Because you are to learn self-restraint. Dealing with the public in Jamaica is not easy. And if whatever altercation you have with another police and you pull your firearm, can you imagine if that policeman was on the street, another altercation with a motorist, what he would have done? We hope that the hierarchy of the Jamaica Constabulary Force will do all the investigation necessary. And we hope that this police constable will be brought to book. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell. As soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. And remember, you can join our WhatsApp group at 876-892-2079. That's 876-892-2079. And we can have our own discussion over here. Whatever is happening in your area, you can also link me up on that number and we can have a discussion. But for now, until next time, look out for a neighbor, look out for a loved one, look out for the children, and most of all, keep it locked on My Opinion TV.